Alright guys, sorry there's no video last week. My wife took her mom to Seattle for cataract surgery. And then I stayed in town and watched the dog. There was a big storm that blew up, so we had to go in a few days early so she could make the flight. And then I stayed in town, but while I was in town, we had like mass amount of rain, so we don't have a bilge on the bilge pump on the little skiff, and it was out in the water. So we just got back, and we were a little worried it was gonna be resting on the bottom. But no, we've got a few inches still before before this thing would have went down. So that's awful. That's good. Anyways, we got a pump here and a little generator, so let's get it set up and we'll start pumping the boat out. So here's our pump.
Raven, get up front. No.
Oh, they're fine. Let them out. There we go. She's pumping water out now, so this is going to be a little while. But that's all right. All right, I was able to untie the skiff from the haul out. So the skiff's still with us, but now we're not attached to the anchor that's on shore. So while we're pumping, we're gonna go dock the boat or moor it up on our mooring buoy. Oh, I should also point out that my wife came back with a little gift from Seattle. She brought COVID back here, so I don't feel bad yet. So we'll see. There may not be a video next week. We'll see. Beautiful day out today. I'm gonna set this up front and we'll show you the action of getting us moored up here. When the orcas popped up, it would look like sometimes they have a babysitter, so it looked like one big orca and some little ones. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
So it looked like a mom and some kids, or a babysitter and some kids. But they popped up, they went back down, and then they just disappeared. But that's not unlike orcas. They sometimes, you know, they'll take a deep breath, go down, and then they're, you know, a mile away, and you just don't see them again. Uh-oh. We're almost done here. Okay. Lift it up. There you go.
Step on it.
Yeah, we just step on it.
Use my wing.
Oh, to get all the stuff out?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad. We've, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's pumped it almost as much as we can. We probably got another couple minutes, and then we'll start throwing our gear on there and head to shore. Sorry, we've got a little breeze blowing one way, and the current is blowing the other. The current's blowing the other way. So I was gonna film putting this on the mooring there, but I actually needed my wife to give us some engine to keep us going forward, so the wind wouldn't blow the boat sideways while I went out there and got the lines to tie up. But we got it done. I was just sad that we can't show you the orcas. They were here one second and gone the next. All right, well, we got everything pumped out, so now we just got to transfer some bags to the boat and we can get out of here. Everything's off here. Turn the batteries off. Hey, well, a lot of you guys know that we got our PowerWind lithium batteries about a month and a half ago, and we heard your comments and took them to heart. So today we are going to start transitioning the solar powerhouse into the cabin, and that way the batteries will stay inside during the winter time. So what the comments were was that you can discharge lithium batteries below freezing, but you can't charge them below freezing. And these actually, the PowerWind batteries that we got, they actually have a temperature sensor in them. So if they're below 32 degrees, they won't power, or they won't allow it to absorb power, but you can discharge them, if that makes sense. So so we're going to move them from outside into our entryway, and I've got a little spot set up there, so that's what we're going to start doing today. All right, first things first, we're turning the power from the batteries to the inverter off. The generator is running, but the generator is no longer attached to the to this setup. It is basically the way we used to do it. It's just going straight into the house and powering the house right now. So there's our negatives off. Put this back on so I don't lose it. Hold this.
Okay.
There we go. And hold that.
The black one's still stuck in there. Completely. Okay. Did we untie this, loosen this up?
You did, yeah. Pull on it. There you go. All right. Hold that, yeah, for just one sec. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You gonna take it into the house?
Yeah. All right, so we got the box off. Now my game plan is I got to turn this off. Right now this is still charging the batteries, but I got to turn this off, turn the solar off to this, and then I'm going to connect these wires to these wires, and these were the wires that were going to the house, and that will send power from the panels to the house, and we'll just have like a little junction box out here. And then I'll have to run some new wires. I have them, got them laid out right there. So I'll have to use those wires out there to extend the wind turbine from here going to the house. And then after that, everything will just be moving the batteries over there and hooking everything back up. So we shall see. I might have to dig up the pipe though, because my wire puller wasn't very long, and so I think I had to pull it like twice, like go in, pull, and then put some more pipe on and pull it again. So we'll see. I'll see how this goes here. I'm feeling it out. I'm just trying to remember how everything went. I'm pretty sure I had to do it twice through the pipe to get the wire through it. Anyways, let's go inside. I'm going to hook that inverter up, and we should be good to go from there. We'll get started on hooking these wires up. All right, there we go. We've got the inverter mounted up already. All right, so then the wires from the house will just need to be redirected out here and going into the inverter. All right, so we're going to undo these wires here now, because these are going to turn into the wind, or no, I'm sorry, these are going to turn into the solar, because we're going to hook these wires up to the solar and then take this out and then hook it into the charge controller. So let's get this unhooked, and then we can start the batteries. Then we can start the generator back up and power the cabin again. It's been raining pretty hard lately, so I had to put my wet weather gear on because I got to go under the cabin and disconnect where the AC came out from the inverter, and well, let's just get it done, and it all makes sense when we get finished. All right, so here is where our AC came from the inverter and was going up into the cabin. So I'm going to disassemble this, and then we can drill a hole in the side of the wall, mount this up, and well, hello Raven, and then get these wired into the cabin. All right, well, we got the wires out that we needed. Here, we got them laid out here. Just drilled a hole right here. So now we got to cut some pipe, and then get some fittings done and glue some stuff up, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. I don't know if we told you guys, but we upgraded our generator as well. So now we've got the EU 3000 instead of the 2200s. We still got the 2200s, but we just keep them for backup. This thing runs really well. Electric start, pull the choke. And voila, there's power. It doesn't get much easier than that. All right, there we go. We've got the wires running through, coming down from the shed to the house now. Whew, so the next step is I have to wait because it's a little breezy. So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow or a little later. It's around 3 o'clock right now. So I'll wait, give it a little more time, but the wind turbine's going right now, and I don't want to shut it off in here because you can stop it and power it down. It's not generating much power, but I don't want to stop it, like hit the brakes on it, and I don't want to have it spinning while I'm changing the batteries, because then it will be if it produces power, it will be producing power to nothing. And I'm not an electrician, so I just know that you don't want it to be building up heat, electricity, while it's not being able to put it nowhere. So I'm gonna wait maybe till tomorrow when the winds die down a little bit, then I can turn everything off and then move the batteries and the rest of the stuff over. But the solar wires are now in the cabin. I just need to hook them up out here and then bring this charge controller over and throw it in the cabin. So we'll go get a little bite to eat. I didn't get no lunch yet, so I'm gonna go get a little bite to eat, and then we'll see if we finish up today or finish it tomorrow. All right, it's the next day. The wind has died down. I turned the wind turbine off, put the brakes on so it won't spin and create any energy. Now I gotta go down and turn off the solar panels, and then we can start disconnecting this stuff. Alright, so here is what we need. We need a flathead screwdriver. Let's get that and get started. There we go. Now everything's powered down. Alright, so this is solar in, and now we're hooking it up to our old house AC wires, and that's going to bring the solar power into the cabin. And then we'll move this inside, and we'll hook this line that was the AC line that's now going to be the DC line for solar. We'll hook it back up inside. Everything should be hunky-dory. There you go. We'll mount these up there like that. So we just got a few more wires to do and have this all fixed up. There we go. Just label them so it'll make it easier to identify what wires go where, and then and also if we ever sell this place or pass on, and then whoever gets it next will have a little easier time recognizing what wire goes where, because it'd be nice to just have it all one wire, but since this is kind of after the fact, because we weren't planning on moving this inside, this is just gonna have to do. All right, so this was going to the cabin for the AC. It's no longer needed, but I'm gonna use it for the wind turbine. It's just going to be a mismatched wire, so I'll go, like, let's say green to white, and then on the other end I'll put a green one, so it will, and then that's another reason why I'm labeling everything. But anyways, we can take the charge controller inside now and get that all set up. Alright, so before we get everything hooked up, we are going to bring the batteries in. So even though my wife's got the COVID, the Rona, she's going to help me because these things aren't light. So we're going to get these picked up and brought over to the entryway.
I gotta set it down.
That's perfect. There's the charge controller. Now we gotta hook up the fuse or the breaker for the charge controller, and then I guess start wiring stuff together. Alright, so this is the breaker for the charge controller. So all I got to do is put, this is what goes to the battery. So let's hook this up. There's negative to the battery, a little positive spin on things. That's positive to the battery, and then these actually go to the battery. Alright, so now we're going to start wiring the solar power from the panels to the charge controller. There we go. I like that. We'll put another little clamp right there. Clamp that in. That looks good. Alright, the last thing we got to hook up is this ground here. So, got it all in place. Uh-oh, I didn't give me much room to use a screwdriver for that. I might have to find me a little stubby. Make sure I'm pinching copper and not cover. There you go. I think that looks all right. Let's see here. We got everything buttoned up. I gotta leave this undone because I gotta flip this breaker once I get the batteries hooked up, and then go and flip the switch down there at the solar panels. But right now it's time for us to hook these batteries up. So yeah, I'll get my wife for that because I hate messing with electricity, and that's a lot of electricity. So I'm gonna go get her so she can make sure I don't zap myself too bad.
That makes sense. We hold one up so it.
That's good.
Do you need to tighten anything else before you do negative to negative? Do you need to unscrew that other negative so you don't?
I can. It doesn't. That won't really matter though. Alright, here's where it gets fun.
Okay.
So far, no big deal.
But once you hook that up, it gets hot.
Because this one's not hooked to nothing. Oh, hold on. I need this one.
You need a washer.
Yeah, because eventually I'll have to put that.
Oh, that little thing that's coming in the mouth.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Bobby. So that won't work until we get the little thing that's in the middle.
Okay. So it's okay?
So let's see what else I have in the bag of tricks.
Can you not hook it up anyway?
I mean,
The one that you said it's broken, so it doesn't matter.
put another washer on this. And that will fix. Why are they flying so close? Is that a helicopter or a plane?
I'm not sure.
Oops. Yeah. Alright, so for the folks watching, everything's all hunky-dory right now. There we go. Here's where everything starts to go live. So let me also hook up the negative first over here, because it will be on the other end. And oh, I can't hook that up. Yeah, I can. I'll do this. This and this. I know my wife doesn't like sitting out here watching me. but it makes me feel better.
Doesn't make me feel better.
Okay.
So what's that other black one get hooked to?
This
goes
to that, and then this one goes to the inverter. They'll
Gotcha.
both go to the inverter. Okay, so now comes the fun part.
And you know where all your screws are?
I know where the screws are, so... If we can do this without any sparks,
Because you sparked last time.
I sparked last time, I'm gonna say that's a good day. Even when you put like the jumper cables on the batteries, you know how they spark?
Yeah, I do. I don't like that.
No, well this is a lot worse.
Would it be better if you hold it and then I'll stick the thing in there for you?
Huh?
Do you want to hold?
Oh, then
The cables
then we
together?
both get shocked.
Okay.
Definitely don't want that. I want nobody to get shocked. Okay, so far so good. Alright, so now we've got, this is the last one. Will it spark?
But what do you have to hook it up to? You have a black and
A black and a black.
Are you serious?
That's it.
That sounds dangerous.
Oh, trust me. Oh, so far so good. So far so good. I think I'm in there. Okay, here we go. All right, there you go. So our inverter took a dump on us, but we already ordered a new one. This thing is coming in on next week on Monday, I believe. So we got to go because we have to sign for it. Not cheap. We've had this one, I believe, 7 or 8 years. I don't know why it stopped working. We did all the troubleshooting that I could think of to rectify it, but nothing. So I'm going to send it off back to the company and then have them refurbish it and fix whatever was wrong with it, send it back. That way I'll have a second one on hand so I don't have to wait or order another one, 10 more years from now if we need one. So anyways, while that's coming in the mail, I'm going to drill holes through these studs and run the wiring to hook this up and then get it hooked up next week when it comes to town. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, live free. We'll see you next week.